Hello everyone, welcome to the daily current affair analysis from Veranda IAS. Today we are going to see some of the important current affair topic from the day of 14th of June 2023. So as we usually do, before going further with respect to the daily current affair topic, we will be discussing some questions from 2023 prelims. After that, we will be going directly to the Punjab's area under cotton cultivation, which is decreasing, which is an Indian Express explained article, which can be mapped to GS3 agriculture. And the next topic we are going to discuss is about the SANKALP program, which can be mapped to GS2 government schemes and initiative. And the third topic will be what is CLED2's GS3 environment and ecology. So based on a mains perspective as well as for the prelims perspective, for the coming prelims, we have included these kind of topics on a daily basis in our daily current affair discussion. And also we have started a new segment that was the previous year questions prelims. So we are started the discussion of 2023 prelims, and that is also we are doing from the last week. And now let us move towards a question. Consider the following dynasties. So this question was asked in 2023 prelims, which is based from medieval history. So let us see the following dynasties: Hoysala, Gadwala, Kakatiya, and Yadava. The question is, how many of the above dynasties established their kingdoms in the early 8th century AD? So we can see that they are asking directly about what? They are directly asking us about the chronology of the events which happened in our history. So the UPSC is checking whether students are able to understand and approximate ideas of whether by what time period each of these kind of kingdoms did exist. So we can see that this Hoysala, Gadwala, Kakatiya and Yadavas, all these kingdoms existed around after 10th century AD. If you see the Hoysala kingdom, we can see that it got established by about 10th century AD. Gadwala kingdom, it was got established by about 11th century AD. Both Kakatiya and Yadava kingdoms got into prominence by about 12th century AD. So we can see that all these kind of kingdoms did exist in the starting of the medieval Indian history, or we can see that in the post-Guptan era, that is by the late ancient Indian history also. So we can see all these kind of kingdoms are coming into prominence, especially in the southern part of India in the post 10th centuries of time period, and no dynasties mentioned in these options are there in the early 8th century AD. So we can see that the right answer to this question is option D, that is none of this. Okay, so this was one of the questions which was asked in 2023 prelims, which is based on medieval history. Moving on to the editorial analysis from Indian Express. Punjab's area under cotton cultivation is decreasing. So let us see what is the context. So in spite of the state government releasing water in the canals on time since the beginning of April this year, and also they are providing subsidized seeds for the farmers, the Punjab state has recorded its lowest ever area under cotton cultivation in over about 6 decades. Now let us see the context. So this is the context, and let us see some of the key details associated. So this year, Punjab managed to bring about 1.75 lakh hectares of land under the cotton cultivation. And we can see that they have fall short of approximately 3 lakh of the state government's target was what? 3 lakh hectares. So we can see that they were able to bring on only 1.75 lakh hectares. That is, they were able to achieve only 42% of their target, with the lowest ever area recorded under the cotton farming this year. So the state's cotton yield has decreased by about 45%. That is, the production itself has decreased by 45% when it is compared to the previous year. So this kind of a decline in the production of the cotton cultivation began in 2015 when the cotton crop was severely attacked by white flies. So this is one of the major reasons. What is this white flies? Have you guys heard about white flies before? These are the tiny white insects that suck sap from the cotton plant's phloem or living tissue, which transport the food made in the leaves by photosynthesis. You guys know how the plants make foods, right? So through photosynthesis, they are making the foods, and through this plant's phloem, we can see that they are actually transporting the food from the roots to the different parts of the plant. So this insect is also a carrier for the leaf curl virus. So if you have seen that the many of like especially in the roses, you can see this kind of leaves getting what? Curled down. So this is actually a kind of a virus attack that is happening on the plant. So that is also this insect called the whiteflies is also carrier of that kind of viral insect. Then what, the disease affected plants get stunted and lead to reduced yield. This is going to seriously affect the production of the cotton cultivation. Now let us see and understand the complete reasons behind the decreasing area under cotton, which is very, very important with respect to agriculture and any kind of a questions coming with respect to the mains perspective. So farmers have lost their complete confidence in the crop due to its lower productivity or lower yield of late. And also this kind of a whitefly infestation, which we have seen in the previous slide, which prevented the farmers from expanding their cotton cultivation for the next 3-4 years, because whoever is going to cultivate this kind of a cotton plant, we can see that this infestation of whiteflies are serious impact on have serious impact on their production levels. Not only that, another thing is the pink bollworm insect. It also caused diseases among the crop in 2021, and the farmers were unaware of the means to deal with it. That is another serious reason why the cotton production have decreased. Then consecutive disease attacks, it have actually created a burden among the farmers with substantial financial losses, and that actually forced them to switch to other crops like that of paddy and basmati crops rather than that of taking up with cotton cultivation. So what is the way forward? In a mains point of view, we should definitely understand some points for the way forward, right? Let us see that. So this year, the area under rice cultivation would increase by approximately 30% in the district that previously had a significant cotton cultivation. And the Punjab government should establish a cotton research center in Bathinda, where the farmers should have access to soil and seed testing facilities. So whenever this kind of a testing facilities or research centers are going to come up, all these kind of a fight against insecticides, all these kind of advanced seeding technologies or methodologies for improving the production will be developed in this research center. Then what? It could provide farmers with technical knowledge about what? About the crop, and also raise awareness about the different diseases, like how they have to prevent the plants against this kind of a disease. Do we have any kind of a proven track records? Yes. That is, neighboring states such as that of Haryana and Rajasthan have been performing well in this regard due to the presence of such research centers. So in the states of Haryana and Rajasthan, they have established that kind of research centers, and they are very successful in tackling these reasons why the farmers have to go for different crops, and they were very successful in bringing the yield or output of the cotton cultivation. So this same can be replicated upon studying from the neighboring states for the Punjab state also. Moving on to the next topic, that is SANKALP program. What is the context? So recently, the Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship, or MSDE, certifies 98 trainers trained under the SANKALP program. Now let us understand about the SANKALP program. So the skills acquisition and knowledge awareness for livelihood promotion, that is called a SANKALP. Okay, so this program was launched in the year 2018, and if you see the nodal ministry for the program, it is Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship. So friends, you should understand that it is a World Bank loan assisted project, and it is completely aligned with the overall objectives of the National Skill Development Mission. That is, it is mainly fostering upon increasing the skill of the labor force that is required or adequate for all the kind of sectors, including modern technical sectors or even in the agriculture or the traditional art and crafts. So the project focuses on transforming the overall skilling ecosystem of India. So these kind of points are very, very important, because statement wise questions can be made confusing by the UPSC based on these kind of schemes. Okay, so this covers both central and state level agencies for improved outcomes by what? By overall skilling ecosystem of India. It also encourages innovative best practices at the local level. It results in enhanced access, quality and capacity in the skilling ecosystem, and also improved access to and also completion of skill training for female trainees and also other disadvantaged groups. Now let us see about the strategy. So under the SANKALP, 4 key results areas have been identified. That is institutional strengthening, that is national, state and district level. Then quality assurance of skill development programs, inclusion of marginalized population in skill development, and also expanding skills through PPP, that is public-private partnership. So these are the strategical advancement or methodologies institutionalized by the scheme through the SANKALP for improving their or for achieving their goals as such. Moving on to the next topic, what is sea lettuce? So the context, let us see. So researchers have recently discovered 20 new species of sea lettuce among the Baltic and Scandinavian coasts. What is the sea lettuce? So the sea lettuce or Ulva lactica, it is commonly referred to as seaweed. So this is a genus of green algae which is usually found growing on rocky shores of seas and also oceans around the world. So some species of the sea lettuce, they also grow in brackish water rich in organic matter of sewage and also can accumulate heavy metals. So if you see where they grow, it usually grows attached by a small discoid holdfast to rocks and shells. But at the same time, it can also grow in a free-floating, non-attached form, sometimes in a prolific masses, and also it needs a lot of sunlight to flourish within themselves. So it's perennial and it grows all throughout the year, although the largest blooms occurs during the summer, because why? They need a lot of sunlight to flourish. So large masses of sea lettuce are often an indicator of nutrient pollution that is there in the water. And in some parts of the world, we can see that people eat sea lettuce in soups as well as in different salads. What are the features associated? It resembles the leaves of green lettuce that we usually use for our own daily foods, especially in burgers. So the color is often bright green but can range from dark green to almost yellowish. And the leaves can be narrow or broad and also singular multi-lobed. They are often rounded or oval with ruffled edges and riddled with holes or perforations. And they are rich in iodine and vitamin A, B and C. That is why in many areas people are using it in soups as well as in salads. Moving on to the question of the day. Let us see the question. So SANKALP, that is skill acquisition and knowledge awareness for livelihood promotion. It is a flagship program launched by the government of India. Consider the following statements regarding the SANKALP program. We have three statements. Statement 1. SANKALP aims to provide skill development opportunities exclusively to the rural population of India. Statement 2. The program focuses on promoting traditional arts and crafts, neglecting modern industries and technologies. Statement 3. SANKALP emphasizes the integration of vocational training with school education to ensure holistic development. Which of the statements given above are correct? So let us see one by one. So we can see that SANKALP aims to provide skill development opportunities to the rural population of India. That is very true. That is, they are trying to emphasize or they are trying to build up or enable the skilling on all the sections of the population, especially the rural population. Then statement 2 says that it promotes only on traditional arts and crafts, neglecting, that's a very extreme statement, neglecting modern industries and technology. This is a false statement. So we have already seen that they are trying to have an holistic skilling or development program for that is required for both modern industries and technologies and also for traditional arts and crafts. That is overall skill development aligned with the national skill development missions goals are what is being implemented through the SANKALP program. So statement 2 is wrong. Then SANKALP emphasizes the integration of vocational training with school education to ensure holistic development. That is true. So we can see that statement 1 and statement 3 are correct. So the right answer to this question is option D, statements 1 and 3. So with that, we have come to the end of today's current affair analysis. So I hope it was really fruitful for you. So unless and until we meet next time, this is Prince J signing off. Thank you.